Okay, welcome to another video. This video I filmed already, but I'm having to film it again because CapCut has been playing about with this video. It's never really done this before. There is one time I remember outside of this that I'm remembering it's done this, but it's very rare that this happens. And I couldn't recover the original video because I had already deleted the clips of the camera roll before exporting the final project. So I'm now having to do it again. But it was like, I just was not coming off YouTube until I've started filming this, so. Pardon me. Yeah. Here goes, I'm filming now. I put a comment on Fitness with Ellen's channel, one of the most recent video at the time of making this one, about training back, and that video in particular seemed very high quality, so shout out to her for that. And we were just talking in the comment section, and after she gave me enough responses, I realized, oh, you can't do 4K 60 frames per second on the selfie facing camera. I only found that out after playing about with the camera app on the phone. And now here we are. So with this in mind, I do think the videos are going to be at least slightly more higher quality than what they have been even today. Because I would like to improve the quality of the videos. I mean, the videos, they deserve to be high quality. I'm putting in such a shift every day, so they deserve to be high quality just off that. I know I'm serious about really making this journey the best it can be, and that also includes video production. So yeah, here we go. I think from now on, with that in mind, I'll in fact film with the front facing camera rather than the selfie facing camera, because you can film 4K on the front facing camera, whereas you can't on the selfie facing camera, at least on the iPhone XR anyway. But now, let's get into the video. It's very unfortunate that the original take is gone, but even though I may not sound like it, I genuinely am feeling happy, or if I'm not, I'm feeling comfortable. The idea to make this video came from a man that I've seen in the gym time and time again. And this video is about the fact that I've never personally seen this guy have a smile on his face, like ever. And just because I haven't, in my mind, seen him smile or see him feel happy, doesn't mean that he isn't. However, what this video is about is talking about how that can come off and how you can be seen from an outside perspective if people believe that you are this way, someone that doesn't look like they smile, someone that seems like they're permanently wearing a frown on their face. I may have been one of those sorts of people to my family. Heck, I may still be seen as that. And I know that at the time I was going through a lot. There was a lot that I had to work through that I didn't work through, or maybe didn't even know how to work through. But now that I have, and now that I have calisthenics as a source of fun, and I am managing myself with tracking my mental health, or just very basically the weekly health reviews. I don't think I've been at this high level ever in my life, ever. I don't know if I'm in frame. I apologize if I'm not. I've been practicing, and just as long as the camera's looking at me, it seems, just as long as it seems like the camera's looking at me, I think I'm in frame. But anyway, yeah. This guy that I'm talking about here, he seems like he's permanently wearing a smile on my face, and no, permanently wearing a frown on his face, a slight frown, like he's just permanently feeling grumpy and that. And maybe he is, maybe he's not, but if he's not, even if he is, that's not my problem or relevant to the video. What I'm here to talk about is how that comes off. And also what I've decided to do after seeing that. Now this is where I've started feeling comfortable now, even more comfortable within myself. It's the fact that when I was leaving the gym for the first time, I decided that I'm going to go to the weightlifting room where this guy was. Not because I was working through any fears or anything like that, but because I needed to tie my shoelaces. I put my shoelaces inside my shoes, and I thought, okay, I'm going to go and sit on a bench that I could see was clearly free to be able to tie my shoelaces. And yeah, he was there. I don't feel any fear towards this guy, by the way, but yeah, he was there. And before I went over, I thought, no, I saw him earlier, and I thought, no, I do not want to talk to this guy. I was having those sorts of thoughts before, but I couldn't quite put a finger on why I thought the way I did about it. My opinion on that hasn't changed, but I now believe that I have put a finger on why it is, and it's that frown that I see on his face. That may be naturally how he just looks, but to me, that looks like a man that is like permanently frowning. I don't know what's gone on. I don't know what's happened in his life, but I'm now starting to feel very, very a lot more comfortable than I once was, because my socializing skill and my motives to socialize with people now have boundaries. And this is the boundary that I've now set. If someone time and time again is, in your opinion, or no, in my opinion, presenting themselves in a way that I wouldn't want to present myself, or I wouldn't want people who I call my friends to present themselves, what am I doing speaking to them? I'm not going to speak to them. And I now feel very, 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 very comfortable having more boundaries to me. And I have more boundaries with my want to focus on socializing. I was so, in my opinion, obsessed with wanting to socialize with no boundaries. And there was this one girl in the gym that I've seen recently. And although she does come off as someone that's more than willing to be friendly, I noticed that it's always me that's starting off the conversation, because of just me, for example, noticing that she was there when I thought that I was the only one there, or because I'm interested in improving in my weightlifting, for example, squats, which I was seeing her doing and I was asking her about. It seems like without fail up to this point, it's always been me that has initiated conversations and not her. And it's been like that time and time again. So I'm not going to really go out my way and make an effort with that potential friendship, because in my opinion, she very obviously is not making an effort, not even the slightest. And I believe this is the case because it doesn't seem two-sided to me. It's just me speaking to her rather than her speaking to me sometimes. And I know from personal experience that if females want to talk to you, trust me, they will go out of their way. They will go out of their way to speak to you, and they will absolutely initiate conversation with you. For example, there was this one female that was seemingly so surprised to see me. She was rather friendly, and she seemed very interested in having a conversation with me when she saw me. It was obvious that she didn't expect to see me. And there was another time in which she went to the same room that I was in, and we had a very, very, very two-sided conversation. The point of all of this is to say that if a female wants to speak to you, she will go out of her way to speak to you. She absolutely will. Potentially even more than men might. And of course, that could be because she may see you as a potential love interest, someone that she can date, as a heterosexual female. Whereas from heterosexual man to heterosexual man, you're not going to be interested in dating the man. But that said, you absolutely can have, that doesn't mean that you can't have a very strong, lifetime long relationship from man to man, from heterosexual man to heterosexual man. And you absolutely can have strong relationships regardless of sexuality. But I'm just giving that very specific example in particular because my sexual orientation is heterosexual. But yeah, I do feel the need to clarify that. In my opinion, you absolutely can have strong relationships regardless of sexual orientation. Again, if I'm not in frame completely and my head's kind of like cut out, I really apologize. I'm guessing with the frame. I don't have a tripod like Fitness with Ellen, it seems. I don't have one, so you're balanced on a laptop or on a computer. Yeah, you're balanced on a computer and a cloth. This is it for now. It's on charge. I mean, I don't even know if it's recording. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Cool. There's this other guy that I really, really am not interested in speaking to. This guy, man, it seems like he's very, very whiny. Almost as if he can't not complain. Almost as if he can't help it. Like a whiny little girl, a spoilt little brat in a grown-ass man's body. And I don't have to speak to this person, ever. I'll tell you what though, I absolutely am not going to go out of my way to speak to this person. But now with these healthier boundaries that I have set in place compared to in the past when I didn't have that healthy boundary, I now know that, yeah, I absolutely do not want to speak to certain people. And that's okay. Just like how certain people may not want to speak to me for whatever reason.